Hello students, in last video we are discussing about the macro taxonomy and its three parts, that is the phonetics, cladistics and evolutionary taxonomy. Now in this video we are discussing about the next, that is the next two types of the taxonomy. See, the taxonomists, they are ready to divide the taxonomy into two types. The first type, that is known as a classical taxonomy, and the second type, that is known as the neo-taxonomy. See, the second type, neo-taxonomy, that is also known as experimental taxonomy. Now we start with the first one, that is the classical taxonomy. See, the classical taxonomy, which is the oldest form of the taxonomy, and since it is known as the classical taxonomy. So oldest form of taxonomy, it is the oldest form, and since it is known as a classical taxonomy. Okay, then the next one, it is related to description, naming and classification of animal as well as plants. Means both plants and animals, they are we are just that particular classical taxonomy, it is related with the description of plants and animals, naming and classification of plants and animal. And this classification of plants and animal, which is based on the morphological features, including the genitalia in case of animals, then anatomy, embryology and karyotype, etc. So when we are going to classify the animals, we are study some of the morphological features. Morphological features means what? The characters, morphological characters, how that animal looks, that is known as morphological characters or morphological features. See, when I said that peacock, when I said elephant, the specific image is in front of you. Okay, means what? When I said the peacock, you have some memory with the picture of peacock, or you have some memory with the picture of elephant, or sometimes it is quite possible that many of you are familiar with the elephant as well as peacock, and you saw them naturally, and when you saw them, you are trying to memorize that yes, the peacock having such and such a type of the body parts, the elephant is such and such a specific type of body parts, and since both of them they are different, so whatever the body parts you are trying to remember. Peacock, when we said that peacock, in Marathi we call it as a मोर. मोर म्हटलं की पिसारा डोळ्यासमोर येतो, आणि हत्ती म्हटलं की हत्तीची सोंड डोळ्यासमोर येते. मग बघा, त्या त्या ॲनिमलचं ते स्पेसिफिक कॅरेक्टर आहे, मग त्याला आपण म्हणतो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल फीचर्स किंवा मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कॅरेक्टर. सो हियर the animals and plants, they are basically classified on the basis of morphological characters, and those morphological characters includes the genitalia, okay, means the part of the reproductive system, okay, then anatomy. If you just consider the specific animal, and if we just dissect that particular animal, specific type of organs are present. When we study it, we call it as the anatomy. Then the embryology. So when we study the embryos, we call it as the embryology. And the lastly, the karyotype. So karyotype means what? The chromosomes. When we study the chromosomes, so here we study the morphological characters, which includes genitalia, anatomy, embryology and karyotyping. Okay, all this is about the classical taxonomy. Now second type is there, we call that second type as the experimental taxonomy, that is also known as neo-taxonomy. So we already discussed the another name also. So what happens here, this experimental taxonomy, which is related to the genetical studies which are based on a common gene pool for a taxon, and it become helpful to distinguish the two different taxon. So here when we study or when we make the groups of the animal, we are going to study them on the basis of genetical studies or gene pool, which type of genes are present, which types of the chromosomes are present. See, in classical taxonomy, we are only dependent on the morphological features. But when we go further, in the experimental taxonomy, we are not only dependent on the morphological characters, but in addition to the morphological characters, we study the gene pool also. And depending on the gene pool, we are going to classify the two different taxon. Because see, though the animals they look alike, but when we just study their gene pool, it is quite possible that though they look alike, they are different from each other. Okay, and when they are different from each other, we are making the two different taxon. So it is become very easy to distinguish the two different taxon depending on the study of the gene pool. So here we have studied the gene pool, and that's why the experimental taxonomy is more authentic. Okay, then modern procedure like the use of electron aided scanning electron microscope, we are able to classify the invertebrates into many groups. For example, protozoans, helminths, arthropods. To study the fine structure that is become helpful in the morphotaxonomy. See, initially when the taxonomy was discovered, at that time the taxonomists only classify all the living organisms into two: kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, because they don't have the specific type of machineries, okay, or equipments which are help them to distinguish the many organisms. So as the invention of electron microscope takes place, it is become possible for us to just find out many different characters, because under the electron microscope we are able to observe many characters, and at chromosome level also it is become very simple for us to identify them. So when the invention takes place, we are classifying the animals, specifically the invertebrate animal, into protozoans, helminth, arthropod, etc. Protozoa means the animals like amoeba, paramecium, single cell animal. Okay, those animals which are single cell, we make a group and we call them as a protozoans. Helminth, सी द हेल्मिन्स, ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये वर्म किंवा कृमी असं म्हणतो. सो द हेल्मिन्स आर देअर. जंत होतात बघा पोटामध्ये, तर हे जंत जे असतात, हे जंत म्हणजे हे हेल्मिन्थ आहेत. ओके, सो हेल्मिन्स आर देअर. आर्थ्रोपोड्स मीन्स फॉर द ॲनिमल्स विथ जॉईंटेड अपेंडेजेस. आपल्या आजूबाजूला खूप सारे आर्थ्रोपोड्स आहेत. फॉर एक्झाम्पल बटरफ्लाय, cockroach, crab, these are the examples of arthropod. So here it is possible to classify the invertebrates into the different groups like protozoa, helminth, arthropod, etc. Now it is because of the some invention, and that is known as the morphotaxonomy. Okay, so this is about the experimental taxonomy. Thank you.